Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this week's video for the 2020 Community Cloud Challenge, Science is Better Together. The challenge has started. Be sure to check out all the details about how to participate on our website, observer.globe.gov. We have suggestions for how to learn about clouds, do cloud-related activities and projects, take observations and explore data, engage with friends and family about clouds, and more. Hi, I'm Kristen Weaver, and I'm the Deputy Coordinator for the Globe Observer Project. When you participate as a volunteer collecting observations with Globe, you not only contribute to a worldwide database available to researchers, you also improve your own science process skills, and we hope learn more about science along the way. Today, we're going to hear from Jessica Taylor, a member of the Globe Clouds team, about how she initially became interested in the science of weather and got started with Globe, and why she thinks participating in citizen science is important. Then we're going to see Jessica and her daughters demonstrate an activity that will help you practice your cloud cover estimation skills, an important part of collecting data with the Globe Observer app.
I grew up in a town outside of Tampa, Florida. Tampa is the lightning capital of the world. I remember watching the storms roll in, and I thought lightning was so beautiful. One of my high school teachers encouraged me to do some research on lightning. And what I learned was that scientists were still learning about it themselves. I remember thinking how cool it would be to have a job where you were learning and discovering something about our planet. And that's how I chose to go into meteorology. My name is Jessica Taylor, and I'm a physical scientist at NASA Langley Research Center. When I was in college, I got involved in a program called Globe. Globe encourages the community, students, teachers, and scientists to investigate the environment and the environmental world around them. All these people around the world that do Globe are taking measurements following the same scientific protocols and procedures. They share that data back to Globe, and this data set is publicly available for everyone, including scientists. When people contribute scientific information like this, it's called citizen science. The public is basically volunteering to help with some component of the science process and help answer real-world problems. This helps professional scientists by getting different perspectives, and in many instances, help them with data analysis and data collection. It's a similar idea to crowdsourcing. For the Globe Clouds program, the more observations and images of clouds that volunteers submit, the more analysis scientists can do. In order for scientists to understand clouds and how they impact weather and climate, we need data from lots of different locations. While data collected by satellites in space provide a global picture, they sometimes have some trouble with the details. NASA uses observations and measurements from many platforms, including satellites. We also collect data with instruments that fly on planes and balloons. We have instruments at ground stations, and we can use the data collected by volunteer scientists. For volunteers that do citizen science, you learn about what you're helping to investigate. By participating in Globe Clouds, you'll learn about the different types of clouds, and you'll probably start to notice connections between clouds and weather. As a volunteer scientist, you practice your own science skills like observation, measurement, analysis, and even asking questions. Plus, citizen scientists become part of a community, all working together, and in this case, to learn about our Earth. Science is all about discovery and learning. That's what first excited me about becoming a scientist. But even after I chose to go to college and study meteorology, there were still times where I doubted myself. My experience with Globe, when I was a student in college, helped me build my confidence. I got to regularly practice my science skills. And those experiences, collecting and analyzing data, helped me see myself as a scientist. I am grateful for the Globe program because it helped lead me to become a scientist with NASA. I hope you all consider joining this Globe community as we learn and do cloud science together. And welcome to our kitchen table. I studied meteorology, which is the study of weather. Have you guys ever looked at clouds outside?
Yes.
I did come to your class the one time and talk about clouds. You're right. So we're going to do an activity that's one of my favorites called cloud estimation. So what you're going to need for this activity is, I like to use blue paper to represent the sky, white paper to represent clouds. Then you'll need scissors. If you don't want to use scissors or you don't have safety scissors, you could always tear up the paper. And then something to put the paper onto your sky scene. So we're going to use glue sticks. You could use glue dots, tape, whatever. So what color blue would you like?
Oh, I
You want that one? So the important part of this is that you have a blue sheet of paper and a white sheet of paper of the same size. So if that means you have to cut it to make it that way, then that's what you'll do. Because the idea of this is to say, if we had 100% cloud cover, the sky would totally be covered by clouds. So we're going to practice our fractions, because you're in what grade? First grade. First grade.
In kindergarten.
That's right. So you know your children best. Decide whether or not you want to talk about percentages or fractions. So I made a little cheat sheet here for us to talk about our fractions.
Oh, can I do this?
So if you wanted to make half, what do you need?
We need to cut one piece right there, and it makes half.
It makes half because you'll need two
Piece.
of equal size, right? So go ahead and fold it right down the middle.
And then cut it.
Yes, just like that. Correct.
And then
So you see, I actually used a piece of paper that had some lines on it, note paper, and I'm just going to cut it and use the other side. So if we fold it in half, that is 50% cloud cover, or 1/2 of the sky, a fraction of the sky covered. If you wanted to do it with just a half, you would cut that piece out, and then you could start tearing it up to make clouds of whatever size that you want, but then you're going to glue them onto your scene. So putting it in right down the middle is half. What happens if I fold it over one more time? Do you know?
It makes 4.
Yeah! 4! Show me 4.
And then if you do
Great.
one more half, you have 8.
That's right. High five. Right? Can we count these?
Yeah.
Here, will you count them with me? Show me your finger. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many do you want? Do you want to do half, 1/4, or 1/8?
8.
You want to do an 1/8. Okay, so you want just a small amount of clouds in your sky. So will you cut just right there out for me?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you right where you need to cut. So families, if you don't want to do the cutting, like I said, you can tear it out, or maybe choose to do some of these pieces in advance, right? So have a 1/2, a 1/4, an 1/8 ready to go if you don't want to do that part of it. Here, let me help you with this so we can get a good seam right down the middle there.
Yay.
All right, so we're going to open that back up.
Hey, that was my color.
Can we give her a chance? Well, we're going to have to take turns then, okay? Go ahead and cut that up for me, please. Can you please wait for a minute?
I don't want to.
Well, we're going to have to take turns, all right?
I don't want to.
Well, if you don't want to, do you want to go ahead and tear it down right here in half so we can do half of one?
No.
All right, Lily, you're going to have to wait for Sissy to finish, all right? Good job cutting it all the way down. Keep going. Watch those fingers.
Wait.
She's going to wait. Don't worry. Very good. So this is 1/8. What's your favorite color? Is that why you wanted this one? Okay, here you go. So now that she's already cut some, I could go ahead and choose to use some of this as well. So if we see here, this, from this piece here, this is half of the amount of the sky that would now be covered in clouds. So I'm going to go ahead and use the seams that were already right there, and I'm going to make some really big, puffy clouds for my sky scene. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and decide if you want one big cloud and plop it right here wherever you want, or if you want to make smaller clouds with that. It's up to you. Go ahead and open that up. So I'm just going to use these ones because that's fastest here. And so I'm going to go ahead, and the important part about this is we're going to quiz each other on how much the sky is covered in clouds. So you don't want to overlap it. And the reason why we're doing this activity is because it's actually really hard with your eyes to make a good estimate of the percentage cover. But the good news is the more that you practice how much percent the sky is covered, the better at that observation skill you get. Oh, did you want something? Here you go. May I borrow your glue? Thank you. So people tend to, if there's a lot of clouds in the sky, people tend to overestimate the percentage of sky cover. And I'm going to show you that right here with this example. And if there's just a few clouds in the sky, people tend to underestimate. So like I said, this is a great activity to help hone your skill of estimating how much percentage of something or fraction of something is out there. And the more you practice, the better at it you're going to get. So can we move your cloud all the way down to on top of the sky?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. There you go. So there's yours. Can you hold it up to the camera? So that is 1/8 of the sky covered in cloud, right?
Please.
How much sky do you think I have covered? Ooh, I do have 4 pieces, you're right. This was half of the sky cover, and if you can see, it looks like a lot. Well, I hope you enjoyed this activity, and keep checking back for some more that you can do at home.
Thanks, Jessica, especially for wearing multiple hats for this one, as a scientist, an educator, and a parent. We have more resources to help you hone your observation skills in the Do Globe Observers section of our website, observer.globe.gov. Thanks for watching and for joining our community of cloud observers. We'll see you next time. And remember, science is better together.